Art is what?
La calidad, la producción, la expresión, reinó, de acuerdo con los principios estéticos. Por lo que es bello y atractivo, o de alcance normal.
The quality of production, expression, according to the certain principles of what is beautiful, appealing, or of more than ordinary significance.
José de Jesús Alfaro Siqueiros, 29 de diciembre de 1896, en la ciudad de Jesús de México. Murió el 6 de enero de 1974, en Cuernavaca, Morelos. FUN, pintor realista sociales mexicana.
David Alfaro Siqueiros, born José de Jesus Alfaro Siqueiros, was born on December 29, 1896 in Mexico City and died January 6, 1974. He was a Mexican social realist painter known for his large murals and fresco. Diego Rivera and José Clemente Orozco and him established Mexican muralism. He was also a Stalinist and a member of the Mexican Communist Party who participated in an unsuccessful attempt to assassinate Leon Trotsky in May 1940.
La Revolución Mexicana fue una lucha armada importante que comenzó en 1910. Lo más importante acontecimiento político-social en México.
The Mexican Revolution was a major armed struggle that started in 1910. It lasted for the better part of a decade until around 1920. Over time, the revolution changed from a revolt against the established order to a multi-sided civil war. This armed conflict is often categorized as the most important social, political event in Mexico. The most significant phase of the revolution ending is with the death of the Constitutional Army's first chief in 1920 and the election of a new president.
Hizo sin llamamiento para una renovación espiritual, traer de vuelta párrafo las virtudes de la pintura clásica, mientras que la infusión de nuevos valores de estilo moderno y contemporáneo de la propia vida cotidiana apóstrofe, afirmó que sin espíritu constructivo es esencial al arte significativo.
He absorbed the influence of Cubism to use of large blocks of intense color. He called for a spiritual renewal to bring back the virtues of classic painting while infusing new values in modern and contemporary aspects of one's daily life. He claimed that a constructive spirit is essential to meaningful art. He painted mostly murals and other portraits of the revolution, its goals, its past, and the current positions of the working classes. Because he was painting a story of the human struggle to overcome authoritarian, he painted the everyday people who ideally were involved in the struggle. Through his pieces sometimes include landscapes or figures in Mexican history and mythology. These elements often appear as little accessories to the story of a revolutionary hero.
Él pintó el mural América Tropical, por encima de lo que hoy es la Placita Olvera en el centro de Los Ángeles el 9 de octubre de 1932.
He painted the mural America Tropical above what is now Placita Olvera in downtown Los Angeles on October 9, 1932. It was poorly received and criticized for its political and social message.
Aunque diferente en estilo y temperamento, David Alfaro Siqueiros, Diego Rivera y José Clemente Orozco, los tres creían, al igual que otros artistas muchos de ese tiempo, como el arte y para la educación y la mejora de Las Vegas personajes. No es sin concepto abstracto o vehículo párrafo explorar caprichos.
Though different in style and temperament, David Alfaro Siqueiros, Diego Rivera, and José Clemente Orozco, all three believed, as did many other artists of their time, that art is for the education and betterment of the people, not an abstract concept or vehicle of exploring whims. When Rivera introduced the technique of fresco painting, it was adopted by all. When another painter formulated the dense, fresh texture that was so different from the Italian murals, that too was incorporated. In spite of the close collaboration, the work of each man was very distinctive. The government set no limitations, so each painter was free to work in his own style, with his own techniques and views. Without looking at the signature, it is easy to know which muralist painted what.
La víctima proletaria expresa el impacto personal que la opresión social sobre el ser humano. Las cuerdas que unen al cuerpo simbolizan la clase opresora del gobierno y superior sobre los.
The proletarian victim expresses the personal impact that social and oppression has on the human. The ropes binding the body symbolize the oppressive government and upper class over the peasants.
Su obra más famosa fue De un grito. Esta pieza fue inspirada por sus experiencias durante el combate activo y sus observaciones del sufrimiento. Al ilustrar un bebé, esta obra pone de relieve el sufrimiento interno de las víctimas inocentes de la revolución.
His most famous painting was Echo of a Scream. This piece was inspired by his experiences during active combat and his observations of suffering. By illustrating a baby, this work highlights the inner suffering of the innocent victims of the revolution.